contact with us sooner. Minal is still here. Doesn't matter. Let's record this so Minal can hear and see what we have done, right? Okay, so others be with me, right? So we are going to, like we talked about how the things can be highlighted, how the things can be found in on the entire document and on the selection. And by clicking this find next, it will like show you the places where the where your searching word or searching a sentence is there. Right, like oh Minul, ඔයාට මාව පේන්නේ නැද්ද?
leave වෙලා හිටෙන්න.
Oh, leave a line. You leave it and come. I'll admit you. Right. So until Minul comes, I'll. Someone is chatting with me. Yeah. Binadi, yes. I just copy it and paste it. Right. I just simply copy it and repaste it again and again by using Control V. Right. So using Control C, I copy it. Then by Control V, I paste it. Minul, you are there.
No,
You are here, right?
now okay, yeah.
Right. Okay.
So were you stuck or I was stuck? I didn't.
I think it's yours. Neither.
But I got the messages and all the stuff. I didn't hear the sound and your mouth.
All right, maybe it's a technical problem in your side because others can hear me clearly.
Yes, yeah, got it.
Right. So let's continue. So the other way of doing it is the using the find next button. So see what is happening. So I'm asking from the word to search for the word mango. So just find next. So it highlighted me the very first mango. Then I press next again. So it highlighted me the second one. Then I'm going to press find next again. So it says we are finished searching your selection. So maybe the cursor is at the end. So let's do it again, right? So the final mango is been highlighted, right? So I'm going to take my cursor to this point, right? And I'm asking them to.
So will they check if the letters are up? So,
yeah.
So will they check the letters if they're uppercase or lowercase?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They don't mind about the cases, you know. They just go through the letters. And if I say like, let's say, I'm going to search the word part which is called CA, right? So you can see cabbage is there, carrot is there, and is there any places else where the CA is together? Yeah, let's see. So I'm asking them to search CA. And if I press find next, so the CA of the cabbage is being highlighted. Then find next, carrot is being highlighted. And again, the next cabbage, next carrot, and next cabbage, and next carrot, right? So likewise, you can search the things like
at once. They're not doing it right at once.
Didn't get you, Minu.
Like at once, they're not finding it like step by step. You should.
That's regarding the find next option, you know. Now, if you need to find it at once, you can just say find it on the main document. So they will indicate all the things. Right. And also you can say to highlight all, useful to you when you are using the read. document එකක් හදද්දී අපි කාගේ හරි නමක් type කරනවා. So let's see, Saman Tilakaratna is there. So by mistake, for Saman, we have like let's say A එක වෙනුවට අපි E එක පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙනවා. SE කියන එකයි අපි පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙනවා. So let's assume now this Saman Tilakaratna word is being repeated all over the document for like 20 to 30 places, right? And it's a lengthier one. The document is going to be like 10 to 15 pages, right? So like if this option was not there, we won't be able to find where are the places there this Saman Tilakaratna word is stayed, right? So like we have to search it manually. Pelium Pelia I කියවලා අපිට බලන්න වෙනවා. But since this option is there, so we can just type Saman Tilakaratna in here, so it will be found, right? So we can highlight those places and we can do the necessary changes. And again, there is a very nice thing that you can do with the replace tab, right? So how we are going to come to the replace tab. When you open this window, there are 3 tabs, right? Like find, replace, and go to, right? So go to is to move your cursors for the places on your document. So we are talking about find and replace here. So you can go to the replace tab by pressing the replace word on your window. Otherwise, you can use this replace command on the editing group, right? Just click it and so the same window will be open. Or else you can see the shortcut, keyboard shortcut, Control H, right? It is not Control R, right? Because if you take your keyboard, you can see F and H is something very close to each other. Only G is at the middle. So like G can be selected, as I remember, of like go to command. So like if you press Control R, it will be right aligned, right? Because Control R is here. If you move your mouse pointer into the right align button, it will give you the shortcut Control R. So remember, find can be taken from Control F and replace can be taken from Control H. So if I press Control H, so this is given. Now, see now by replacing, you can do a lot of things like, so if I need to change the word apple, so I need to change the word apple into like, let's say something else. Apple is going to change into guava, right? So I'm going to, right? So I'm going to change it to the guava. So this thing will do, this will find the apple and replace it by guava. So by when you are going to replace it, you can do the replace one after the other by pressing this replace button, or you can replace all at once by clicking on the replace all button, right? So like now there are like, let's find the things first. So how many apple words are there in your document? 1, 2, and 3 places are there, right? So I'm going to the replace button and I say replace apple from guava, right? So I'm going to do it one by one by pressing the replace button. So I press one replace, right? So one of them should be changed. Oh, here, hold on. Let me do it again. Yeah, one apple is being changed, I think. Yeah, here. One apple is being changed as guava. And so I'm pressing it again. The replace, the second apple is being changed. I'm pressing it again. We are finished searching the document. So the first apple is also being changed into the guava, right? So if you search the word apple here, it says we couldn't find what you were looking for, right? So all the apple words are being replaced by the word guava, right?
Sir, but when you like type a big document,
Yeah.
now you have guava,
Yeah.
and you have apple,
Yes.
and then when you want to like change, like no, like even like there are two apples,
Okay.
two or three apples, then you want to change only one letter to guava. So how
One
to
app.
one
Yeah.
apple? Yeah.
One apple to guava. So it will be easier for you to, if you start it from the beginning, right? If it is a specific apple thing, the only thing that you can do is first you find the word apples where the apple word inside your document. Then you may choose the specific word and you have to change it manually, not by using the find and replace thing, because find and replace thing will go in a pattern from the place it will start the change in, and one after the other it is going to replace one by one. So if you need to replace a specific one, then only thing that you can do is you can find the apple word, then you have to choose in which places that I'm going to change. You can't just jump over some words and ask them to change some specific words into some other thing, right?
That
Okay, so I'm going to undo this by pressing the Control Z
control
button.
C.
So my three apples are here again. So if I ask them to highlight it, so they will highlight the apple word. So what I'm doing to go on, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to replace all. I'm going to use replace all, right? So here I'm pressing the replace all. So it says what? All done. We
We
made
made
three
three
replacements,
replacements.
right? So that means there were three words which is said as apple. So all three are being changed into guava, right?
Like
So
that.
yeah. So like be careful when you are doing this, right? You have to be very specific and be very careful when you are find and replace something, especially when it comes to some, especially when you are like changing the letters into some other letters. Because now when it comes to a word, අපිට වචනයක් වෙනස් කරනකොට වචනේ කියලා හිතලා වෙනස් කරගන්න පුළුවන් මේ වචනේ සම්පූර්ණ වෙනස් වෙනවා කියලා. But when it comes to letters, that will be a problem. Now in case if you need to change the letter A of the
With
apple
B, yeah.
into letter B, so there are many letter A's which are not in apple word, right? Banana වලත් A තියෙනවා, mango වලත් A තියෙනවා. So all the A letters will be changed into B letters, letter B's, right? So you have to be very careful.
So that
Now,
means you should do like apple and beeple, like that. You
yeah,
mean?
yeah. So like එහෙම වුණොත් ඕකේ කරන්න වෙන්නේ if you know, if you need to change the first letter of the apple, so you are not going to choose just one letter. You are instead of that you are going to choose two letters. Can I let me do this for you. I'm going to undo this, right? So my apples are here again. Right, so if I need to change the letter A of the apple words, so I have to find something unique. Now, apple is the only word which contains A and P together, right? There are no
Like
any
that.
other, yeah, there are no any other word which contains A and P together.
So then
Like,
the A and P should be B and P.
that's right. So you find A and P and you change it to B and P, right? So if you say replace all, so it says 4 replacement has done. Who is the fourth one? Let me guess. Let me check. Let me check. One is here. Other one is here. The other one is here. Okay. Let's find AP now. Now APs are not there. Let's find BPs because we have changed APs into BPs. BPs here, BPs here, BPs here. and no other BP. Why they have given word highlighted 4 items to clear highlighting? Yeah, it says 4 items have been 1, 2, 3. What is the it is here. Yeah. In my chapter where there was AP. So like it's good this has happened. Right? See, now we just thought it was only the place which contains AP together is the apple. But here in the chapter, we have CHAPTER. So that is also being changed. Right? That's why I told you, be very careful when you are dealing with the things when it comes to the letters. But when it comes to the words, it will be quite simple. Right? But even those points also, there are some places where you have to think very well. Right. So that is regarding the find and the replace thing. Right. So you better remember the shortcut key combination, Control
Yeah.
F for find, Control H to replace. Right. And the way that you are going to do finding and replacing.
The page break is control enter, right?
Control Enter.
Yeah.
Page break is Control Enter. All right. Okay. So that is the story of this the home ribbon, and I'm moving to the insert ribbon, and I'll quickly show you how to insert a table. Right, first of all, let me clear the words here, right, and take it to the yeah, make it as a first as a one page. Right, so to insert a table, what we can use is inside the insert tab there is something called table group, tables group. Inside that there is something called table. So what we can do is we can simply click on it. So it will give us a matrix like this, where you are having like 10 columns and 8 rows, right? So by like moving your mouse here and there in this matrix, so the selection parts will create a table for you. So like if I need 4 columns and sorry, 3 columns and 4 row table, so I can use it like this and click it, then your table will be created. So once the table is created, you can like format your table. There is a new 2 new ribbons are being opened once you create a table. So before I create the table, there were no something called like format and table design. So once I press insert and choose the things, so under the table tools, a design and layout will be there. So before I move into these ribbons, I'll show you the basic things that you can do from the mouse to a table. So in after 2007, they are giving us this facility of having this plus icon, where it is very, yeah, where it is very easy to add a column as well as a add a rows and as well as columns, right? You move your mouse in between 2 columns. So it is giving us to apply the columns and rows. So if you need to add a row, just move in between a row, between 2 rows, right? And again, here there is this icon which has 4 arrows to like to 4 different places, or like the 4 different sides. So if you click on it, your entire table will get selected, right? And when you can move your table, but remember it is not very easy thing to move a table like a picture, right? It is because it is been always bound with the content which is on the page.
So when you move the table, the content is still.
Yeah, the content moves, and again like you are placing a picture, it is not easier for you to place a table. අපි හරියටම ගෙනල්ලා මෙන්න මෙතන තියන්න කිව්වට ටේබල් එක ඇවිල්ලා නතර වෙන්නේ එයාට ඕන තැනක ගොඩක් වෙලාවට. ඕන තැනක කියලා කියන්නේ අපිට හරියටම අපිට ඕන තැනට ගේන්න අපිට ටිකක් නේද මේකත් එක්ක මේ හැප්පෙන්න වෙනවා. Right? So what's the best thing that you can do is you type the content and take a table in the place where you need that. ඕන තැනදී table එකක් හදාගන්න. right? නැත්නම් table එක හදලා ඉවර වෙලා එහෙ මෙහෙ ගෙනියන්න හදන්න එපා. It will be a teasing thing for you, right? And again, if you move your mouse pointer in between a row, that means this border, you can see my mouse pointer is getting changed, right? So once you have in your mouse pointer in this manner, right, where you are having two rows to two opposite sides, so you can click and drag your column border for the places you need, as well as you can do it to a row. You can make the heights and widths of the columns by doing this, right? And again, from the little square, which is shown in here, if you move your mouse pointer to this little square, so your mouse pointer will get changed as you could see on the pictures. So you can click it and change the size of your table at your will. But when you are changing it, it is going to change comparatively. Comparatively means me. width එක වැඩි කට්ටිය ඒකට අදාළ විදිහට වෙනස් වෙනවා, width එක අඩු කට්ටිය ඒකට අදාළ විදිහට වෙනස් වෙනවා. Right? But if you need to move it individually, you have to move it one after the other. So likewise. Right? And again, if you need to remove a table, by selecting the entire table and pressing the delete button won't delete the table. Right? එහෙම කරාට table එක delete වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Right? So what you have to do is, once you select this table entirely, you will be having this quick toolbar or the quick menu. In there you have this delete icon. If you click on it, you will be given 4 different options: to delete a cell, to delete a column, to delete a row, or delete the table. So if you delete the table, then your table will be gone. Otherwise, don't try it. Like most of the students are trying to delete a table by pressing the delete button, by selecting all. So only the content will get deleted. We put something in here. All right. So selecting the table entirely and pressing the delete button will delete the contents only, not the entire table, not the table. All right. And if you need to change the borders of the table, you can like change it cell by cell, right? Cell එකෙන් cell එක මේ borders change කරන්න පුළුවන්, or you can change the borders, like effect the changing of the borders to an entire table. Now here, once I select the table and once I click on the border tool on the paragraph menu, as well as you can choose the design and layout thing. It's better you use the design ribbon when it comes to the table borders. So it's specifically say the borders. So just click it and see. You can choose the borders and you can change the things. Now when I'm moving my cursor, it shows you the changes that it can do. So the things which are being highlighted in blue color are the application to this table. So if I get rid of bottom border, so you can see my bottom border is gone. If I'm get rid of top border, so the top border is gone. If I'm get rid of left border is gone. If I'm get rid of right border is gone. Right? So these kind of a table can be a requirement for you, right? So you change it at your will, right? So, and again, Minul is not here. Yeah, Minul was disconnected. Right, he is entering now. Minul?
Yeah, my sister removed the Wi-Fi accident.
Right, okay, okay. Right. Anyway, I was recording from the place you have been disconnected the last time, so you will be able to see what I have said. Right. So by selecting the table and when move into the design. So if you asking it to like if you press no border, you won't be able to see a table on your page.
When you highlight it.
Yeah, so like it comes when only you highlight in it. See?
It's like hacking.
Yeah, so you can't see it. Then you can apply the borders as you want,
All
even for
borders.
entire table or from the outside or inside, right? Or the horizontal ones or the vertical ones or the diagonal ones. So likewise, you can apply the things. Right. So I'm going to stop from this point for today. So by next week, we are going to talk about what we can do using the table. So there are many things that you can do using a table. And we are going to talk about page layouts as well. And if you got a chance, we will be able to talk about how to do a mail merge, right? So yeah, I hope this is clear for you up to this point, right? So let's meet on the next Saturday. So meanwhile, just go through it and see what are the things that you have to do. So you can go through and observe what are the things we are going to do on next week as well, since you have got the textbook, right? Yeah, so from this point, I'm going to end the session. So we are going to meet
Next week.
next Saturday.
It's the
for
same
the same,
time.
Oh, for the
Same.
same time. I think this time is convenient for
Yeah.
me as well, right? So 3:30. Is there anyone who is not being able to participate on this time? If so, just send me a message. Otherwise, let's meet on the same time, like 3:30 to
Yes.
5.
Thank you, sir.
Right? Okay. Okay. Have a
Thank
nice
you, sir.
weekend.
Bye,
Right.
sir.
Bye. See you. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Puta. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Dua.